Hi, you guys. Someone is very specially dressed today.
He wants some of my coffee. You want to show everybody your bow tie? Look at your handsome bow tie. Say hello, everybody.
Because
I'm so handsome.
it is
Episode 20. That's why
there will be clapping inserted. Yes, we have balloons.
Because we
That didn't go well.
are just so excited that we made it to episode 20 and that you guys have been so supportive and yeah, I don't know. We just thought about it and we thought
fun.
20 is kind of big.
Well, you know what? I was kind of thinking that, and then Kristen of Vollenvine is about to hit 200. I was like, holy cow.
We will have to have much more than balloons for 200.
We will be like, there will be a parade.
There'll be something.
Gosh, that's going to be a long way away. She's been doing it for a long time.
I know.
Go, girl.
I know. You go, girl. I didn't realize that.
Watching it
I haven't seen her most recent one.
Day. I'm pretty sure she was like on like 190 something, and
Mm-hmm.
she's preparing for the 200th. And I'm like, well, we're preparing for
20. I know. So, welcome to the LegacyKnitz podcast. This is episode 20, in case you missed everything that we just said. Big 20. This is a knitting, crafting, stitching podcast. My name is Chelsea.
Sue,
Daughter.
mother,
And
Romy.
Romy.
It's like he is the third hostess.
He is.
Oh, he's the host.
He is. He's recovering from a pretty traumatic, it really wasn't traumatic. I just keep saying that because everything is traumatic to him.
Yeah.
He was at the vet yesterday and he got a little blood drawn, a couple of his vaccinations, so he's still really recovering.
Exhausted.
Yeah. I had people comment on Instagram. His head must have been really heavy.
Heavy.
And it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Look at him.
Yeah. We have our classic or our normal emergency snack, but we made it something a little more delicious because it is episode 20.
It's episode 20.
Glazed donut holes. We were going to do like cupcakes or something like that to be a little more celebratory, but they didn't look very good when they went to the store.
My mouth was watering for cupcakes. But these are okay. I can do this.
They would have been really they wouldn't have been worth the...
It's all right. Yeah. So we talked about this. It just makes me crack up.
What?
Tracy and Jody need to start having
emergency snacks
on the Grocery Girls, because Jody, like, all of a sudden went, I'm starving. And I'm like,
we encourage everybody to always have emergency snacks.
If you are a podcaster, I think we're going to market some podcaster emergency snacks.
I mean, the coffee brownies.
Why not?
Coffee brownies could be, because it provides you with caffeine and nourishment. I won't say nutrition, but nourishment for sure.
Yeah. And we did put that recipe over on the
Ravelry group, LegacyKnitz Nerds.
Coffee brownies. I hope I didn't leave anything out.
If you guys make them and they taste awful, let us know, because that means something was left out.
I am not a big recipe writer. It's not my recipe. It's I think it was in the Silver Palette cookbook 100 years ago. And it's great. Go make them today.
Those were the brownies that we grew up having. Everybody else had just regular chocolate. We always had coffee.
Which was really ridiculous.
No.
Because we were on the ski trip and it hit us after maybe 3 or 4 years, and you guys would be like bouncing off the walls at night. I think Auntie Lissa and I both looked at each other at the exact same time and went,
there's coffee.
They just had 4 coffee brownies each.
There's actual coffee in these brownies.
They are energy bars.
Sugary and caffeine.
I'm dying to make them. I'm making them for your going away party.
So excited.
I'm going to make them and freeze them. I shouldn't have told anyone that, because now
we're just going to be on the lookout for them in the freezer.
What are we drinking today?
You go first.
Zevia. Soda. Dr. Pepper.
Oh, is it
Dr. Zevia?
Oh, I like that. I used to have a Dr. Pepper chapstick that I used to love.
This is really yummy. I love soda. This is not bad. Soda.
No, it's good.
I think the word alone is kind of
oxymoronic.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. What are you drinking today?
I'm drinking a large Dunkin' Donuts, a dark roast with a turbo shot in it, which is just espresso, but they call it a turbo shot.
Those balloons are so cute.
Do you guys like them?
They're adorable.
So, we were originally going to do a 2 and a 0, but we went to Justin and I ran to Stop and Shop right before to try and grab them, and they don't have the numbers there. So keep that in your mind.
What? Honestly, I bet you they would have been like $5 each.
And they probably would have been too, I feel like it would have been.
They would have been banging us.
Yeah. So I found fun little colorful polka dotted ones for us that I thought.
I love them. I love the colors. I love everything about it.
They look like little, speckled eggs, kind of. Oh, Romy's like, I'm ready for my massage now.
I feel like him and Bobbins are...
Me too.
They would be quite the couple because I think they're both a little neurotic.
And I think, based on what Danny says, too, that he's, kind of a little, doesn't love a lot of humans.
Yeah.
And he doesn't... Well, no, I'm sorry, not humans. Doesn't love other animals. Particularly.
Humans are iffy at times.
He likes most humans unless he's sleeping and you awake him, in a very abrupt way. He will be on the offensive. But yeah, I was thinking the same thing when she was podcasting out in her garden.
Out in her garden. I really was like, oh, Romo could just run in right there.
It reminded me so much of him.
Yeah.
So, that's what we're eating. That's what we are drinking.
I did not do a lot of knitting this week. I have one thing to show only because it's Stitch Mania.
It's Stitch Mania.
I had a new start every day. Not yet today.
Are you planning on it?
I don't know. I'm trying to
Well, it is the weekend.
Yes, and I'm trying to not get overwhelmed, and I'm starting to get a little overwhelmed, although I found ways around starting on the same piece, which we'll talk about over and over again.
Yep.
And I'm considering this week repeating last week.
Yep.
Like the Monday start, I'm going to work on the Monday that I started piece. I'm throwing it around, and I might throw one more. No, there's 2 more new starts that I want to do. One needs fabric. If I can't get the fabric, I won't start it. And the other is the Fairy Godmothers. I want to get a hand-dyed, gorgeous fabric.
Oh, sorry,
I don't know that I will get to the store to do that, but
that's
drive people crazy as we talk about things that are just...
You'll see them eventually.
You'll see. So, yes.
So, episode 20. I've got a little bit of knitting. I've been kind of focusing on my blanket a lot.
So many people are.
Yeah.
So many. And I love it. Love looking at them all.
Me too. Well, and I had kind of this week said, I'm going to work on all my other projects and, not work on the blanket, but not be hyper-focused on it. And then I watched Molly's podcast.
I know, darn it, when that happens.
Yeah, she started talking about it, and I was like, well, that's it. That's the rest of my week right there. I'm working on the blanket.
Yeah. If I wasn't stitching, I would be. I know it.
Nonstop.
I would be.
Yeah.
Because let's just say it. It has been raining here since Sunday.
Mm-hmm. I think we're on day 6.
Day 6. Not a stitch of sunshine. Little tiny piece yesterday. Minuscule.
Mm-hmm.
10 minutes. My heart fluttered.
Which, looking at the feed on the camera right now, it probably looks like it's beautiful and sunny out.
It's hideous.
It's not. We're just surrounded by windows.
I've had the cream vest on all week. I took it off for this. I've discovered this is my newest go-to uniform. Did I wear this last week? I don't know. I don't either. I might have. I'm a uniform kind of girl.
We have a washer and a dryer.
We do, but I love, once I find a comfy outfit, I live in it.
I know. I've
don't judge me.
I've adapted that same
it's bad.
mentality.
It's bad.
I think it's great.
So yeah. But, the whole point was the weather is hideous.
Horrendous, yeah.
It's really hard to be motivated in this kind of weather.
Absolutely.
I felt really at loose ends with my knitting. Because I would have had more knitting even though it's Stitch Mania.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't settle, except for the one thing I worked on.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't settle into anything I wanted to. I want to start a pair of socks. I want to do this.
Do you feel like you might be able to do that this week, though?
Yes. The minute the sun comes out, I am going to be a bundle of energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I always don't think I'm that affected, and I am.
Mm-hmm.
I am. The fact that I've been in this closed-in, only light is from the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, I can't stand it. So, yeah. Oh, Romy's starving. Did he eat last night?
Mm-hmm. Well, I gave him food. He didn't eat it.
I gave him a little. He didn't eat it. Okay, let's talk knitting.
Let's talk knitting. We're going to have a little bite. Only because it's episode 20.
Only because Episode 20. That's why I said when we started, that's why his head's on the table. It's pointing towards the bowl.
He's got his eyes on the prize.
They're super messy as an emergency snack.
They're really messy. Probably not great to be touching fiber after this, but we're doing it anyway.
Yeah, whatever. Did we already talk about it's Mother's Day weekend?
It is May 7th, which means tomorrow is May 8th, which is Mother's Day. So it's Saturday. As you guys, maybe you don't know, for any of our new viewers, I forgot to say this, welcome.
Thank you.
For anybody that's coming back, thank you for coming back.
What are the worst? I listen to podcasters at the beginning that have this beautiful flowing.
Yeah, for any of you newbies, we don't do that. Well, not because we don't want to, we just don't.
Not capable.
I don't think that made any sense what I just said. But anyway, it is Mother's Day weekend, which is why we're filming on a Saturday. So happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers out there. And grandmothers and great-grandmothers
and godmothers and
all
mothers to dogs. Let's face it, that was a big yawn. And Benjamin is home.
Yep.
He still can't figure this out.
He's trying desperately to figure out what this whole thing is.
So he goes, so Mom, all those bags up there, like people sent them to you? And I was like, yeah. He goes, why? Like he can't figure it out. He's worse than Dad. I know. He's worse than Dad.
And I think it confuses him a lot because Justin loves it so much.
And he gets it.
He gets it.
He gets it totally. Yeah.
So now I feel like because
he's going to be a knitter.
Before every podcast, we kind of sit in the office and we talk through some things and we just, kind of, I don't know, just talk. Get into the groove.
It's not super evident.
No. We kind of do it just for us.
Yeah.
I think it's for us mentally to get in the right state of mind. But Justin has started sitting with us and talking with us and, giving us ideas. And
he's a producer.
He's our producer. He's really filling out his role. And so with Ben here looking in on it, I feel like he was even more perplexed. Like, wait.
He can't. Like, he's like, that stuff on Instagram, like, everyone comments and you get so many likes. I'm like, I know.
It's because we love everybody.
I know. It's weird, but super cool.
Benny's home.
He's home for Mother's Day, so all the chickadees are in the nest.
I
love that feeling. Last night when Ben did arrive at
2 o'clock in the morning.
And was locked out.
Oh, he was locked out?
He was locked out. So he calls the house phone, and which...
How did I not hear anything?
I guess he said he texted everyone and no one answered. He was dying. You could tell he did not want to call. And he's like, "Hi, Mom. I'm outside." I'm like, "Oh, no problem. I'll be right down."
Yeah.
When you're half asleep, you can be super cheerful.
Yeah.
I can be for some reason.
Yeah. Actually, funny story, just as a side. Justin always makes fun of me because whenever he wakes me up from, like, if I'm napping and he's like, Chels. He says I wake up like this. Like, I just smile. So I know exactly what you mean with the waking up cheerful.
And I was okay. And I hadn't seen him. So, of course, I gave him a big hug. And I think he was shocked. Like, I think he thought I was going to be like, really? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. And, he's
life's too
home.
short.
It's good. Took him clothes shopping.
Yeah, cool.
He needed it. Desperately.
Phone shopping, too.
Phone shopping. I didn't take him there.
No, but that's good.
Yeah, I don't do those things.
Yeah.
But all it's good.
So we've had a busy first part of the weekend, and we still have another very exciting Mother's Day ahead of us tomorrow. So unfortunately, Mom won't be able to show any of her maybe gifts that she might have.
And can I say, I went out today and got a size 1 to start some cookie A socks, but I'm a little hesitant to cast anything on with anything I have.
I think that's probably a good idea.
Because I feel like there's a chance I might want to cast something on
with something
that I might get.
May or may not.
And then I'm going to order a Featherweight sweater worth of yarn. That's my Mother's Day gift from Dad. I haven't done it yet.
Are you still thinking the same yarn?
I think so. It all depends. I think so. I think I'm going to. I'd like to. So I'm waiting for an update.
Should we tell them what yarn, or do you want to keep it as a surprise until you get it?
I think we'll keep it as a surprise until I get it.
Perfect.
Just in case I can't get that, what I want. Yeah.
The Featherweight is all the rage right now.
Oh my gosh, who just put hers up? Julia.
I know, I commented on hers.
Oh,
it's beautiful.
She is Julia of the Happy
Knitting Podcast.
Yep. Julia knows how much I love her. She is so talented. She's a prolific knitter, spinner. She's amazing. She's amazing. Everything she makes is beautiful. And I'm not just saying that, Julia, you know. Every once in a while, she's on my Periscope. I haven't seen her in a while. So excited when people come on. But yeah, she just finished hers.
And hers is that, it's like a beautiful, like bluey gray kind of, it's like if I were to do a one color tonal, I would definitely go that route.
I'm kind of almost thinking, I need to make something that is very neutral because I want to wear it all the time.
Yes.
Yes. So yeah.
So should we talk about a little knitting? What do you think? Let's see. Oh, you know what? There were a couple of questions that...
Yes, let's do that because we always forget.
Okay.
They were for Chelsea. She's super interesting.
Not really. Not at all. But
you just have a more exciting life that people are more curious about. We left the phone in here.
Oops. What should we do?
As long as they don't leave a message, it's fine.
Should we pause it for a minute? I'm a little warm. Would you like to crack a window?
Let's pause
Are you
it
warm?
and crack a window. I am a little warm.
We're going to be right back, and then I'm going to answer some of your questions.
Then we'll be right back with the answers to your questions.
We're back. Sorry about that.
It's really quite warm out, I just said.
It is. It's nice. And I have a little space heater on my lap, so
yeah,
it gets a little extra warm.
Okay, let's get into questions.
Okay, a couple of questions that I have received. One was regarding Romo's name. And I forget who asked the question. I didn't write any of the specifics down. I just figured I would answer them, hoping that whoever asked is watching.
Just going to have a snack while you talk.
Have a little emergency snack. The blood sugar is really low. Eat the donut.
Jody, this is for you.
So it was a New York Giants fan that had asked, because I think I've said before that I am a New York Giants fan as well. So it's curious as to why our dog is named Romo, especially because Justin's a Patriots fan. So I rescued Romo when I was with somebody else. I had a boyfriend at the time who was a Cowboys fan. And for some reason...
I said it was a mistake.
I allowed him to name this beautiful dog. And I don't have any bad blood.
No.
I don't have any bad blood over it at all. And he just kind of, for some reason, the name just stuck. Even after we went our separate ways, it was just, I couldn't bear to change it. I don't know.
No, but I don't call him Romo. I call him Romy.
Romy. And yeah, we call him Romy a lot.
I don't call him
Romes. Or a lot of people call him Romeo. But
I feel like I've called him Romeo.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Like the groomer tends to call him Romeo.
Well,
so
look at him. How can you not call him Romeo?
Romy. Hey, Romy. Oh, don't look at me. Look at the camera. What's this? Say hello.
It's like those donuts. Okay, so that's that.
That's that answer. I didn't name him. I am a Giants fan, regardless of the name of.
If you have the last name of Stokes, you are a Giants fan. Mm-hmm. Unless you're Benjamin.
It's in our blood. Yeah, well.
Because Jacob wouldn't let him be a Giants fan because he called it.
When they were young. It was all about calling it. You have to call whatever you want.
Yeah. So he went to be a Packers fan because his best friend was. But then, of course, if you're a Stokes, you're also a Boston Red Sox fan. And nope, Ben's not. Jacob called it. He really did. He'd be like, what do you mean you can't? They're my team.
Yeah, it's serious. True. He was serious.
He was serious.
And it's followed.
Yeah, so Ben became a Yankees fan. That didn't really stick, though.
No. I don't think he's much for baseball.
Green Bay, that stuck. Yeah. He does really like the Packers.
Yeah. Okay. And the very last question was about Vermont and why we're moving, and I think maybe where we were moving to in Vermont. So we are moving to Burlington, Vermont. Right in Burlington, not any surrounding areas. We're going to be right in the old North End, I believe, is where we're going to be. Yes, I think.
I don't know.
And the reason is just because we wanted to.
I love that reason.
As simple as that.
Grandma always says, "Oh, why are you doing that?"
Because
about anything.
Yeah.
And I'll say because I want to.
Yeah.
Or because I can.
Yeah.
I like that even better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can.
Yeah, we both grew up in Connecticut, within like 20 minutes of each other, and we love it in Connecticut. We don't dislike it, but we definitely both want to do a little exploring before we grow roots. And we love Vermont. we ended up loving it. So we set a goal, I think it was like a year ago, maybe a little over a year ago, that we were going to move after the wedding.
And the irony of it all is,
yes,
Dave and I.
Oh, yes.
The intent was for us to, when we got married, move to Burlington, Vermont. We did not bring you guys to Vermont. Mm-hmm. We didn't travel a lot when you guys were little. We didn't have money to do that kind of stuff. You guys didn't know about Burlington, Vermont. It wasn't like we had a second home in Burlington, Vermont. We had nothing. Mm-hmm. And then we started having children and wanted our kids to grow up around their grandparents and cousins, which I am so glad. I can't imagine not having done that. I have no regrets about it. Mm-hmm. But if you're going to do it, you have to do it now. That's the thing. Or you miss that window of opportunity and it gets harder and harder. So it's just very ironic that all of you guys, of course, Nicholas started up there, my nephew, Chelsea's cousin. And when you guys went up and visited, everybody fell in love, because who can't fall in love with Burlington, Vermont? I mean,
if you've never been, give it a quick Google search.
It's beautiful.
You'll see Church Street. You'll see
right on the
Battery Park, Lake Champlain. You'll see all of it, and you'll understand. And if you have the opportunity to visit.
And there's so much to do up there.
So much live music,
to do.
festivals.
And free.
Yeah.
Like biking, hiking, going to the lake.
Mm-hmm. Because it is a college town, too. So they really, I think a lot of the times they focus it on how can we get this college crowd to come participate in our economy and our...
You're like an old lady compared to those college kids.
I honestly feel like it's going to be Justin and I in our little one-bedroom apartment with the windows open in the summertime, hearing all of the college kids walk by being
You're gonna be like, those kids today.
It's 10 o'clock. Be quiet.
It's true. It is true. It is. It is. It's super exciting.
It is. We're so excited.
I'm beyond excited for you.
Yeah, thank you. So that's that answer.
And it's only 4 hours away.
The
only drawback to that is it's not impossible to do in a day. Mm-hmm. But like on your birthday, I will drive up and back.
Well, and we found out there's a train from New Haven to right into Burlington. Although you have to go south to go north. I don't know.
Anyways, I almost did that for Ben this year. And if I had known he had the whole day off, I would have gotten in the car at 6 o'clock in the morning, driven up, taken him to lunch, taken him to get a birthday present, and got in the car and come home.
Yeah.
You know what? I can do that.
It's not
bad.
Undoable. It's just 8 hours in a car and 1 day is...
Well, and alone. For Ben, it's very difficult because not difficult, but he's alone doing it. And that's alone. It's boring.
It's not an interesting drive. It's very much just straight and narrow.
It's pretty, though. So, yeah. We better get into knitting.
So that's why we're moving.
Because you can. I love that.
It's perfect. I know a lot of people have said, like it kind of takes them off guard when I say that. And they're like, wow, I really like that.
Yeah, because you can.
Yeah, because you can. So let's get into some knitting.
You have way more than me. I only have one thing this week.
I have 3. So I'm going to start. I think I'm going to start with my blanket, since it is the thing that everybody has been showing because everybody is rightfully so obsessed.
I didn't even do a square.
This
is what I do. I do like 10 squares in a week, and then I put it down for a month.
But I feel like that is the beauty of this project, is that it allows that.
But as you pull it out, I'm going to be like, darn it, I got to work on that.
See, that's what happened with Molly. I saw Molly's and I was like, that's it, game over.
I feel like in honor of Molly, I should get up and walk away and talk for a while.
I love when she got up and she was like, I'm doing this for you, Sue.
I know. I crack. She keeps talking. She gets a little louder.
I love it. It makes me just wish I was in the room with her chatting.
I do too. It cracks me up.
Yeah. We're talking about, for anybody that has no idea, which I'm sure
Magical
you all do.
Molly.
Magical Molly of A Homespun House. We love her. So yeah. So I did about 8 squares. I think I only did about 8 squares this week.
It's getting huge.
It's getting to be a good size.
I'm loving the squared off.
It is kind of, but I still have my ladder.
I know.
But it's not completely, I need to do one here and one here to continue it on.
That's what I do. It's beautiful. It is beautiful.
Thank you.
Holy cow.
This one is Madeline Tosh Whiskey Barrel.
It looks black, but it's not.
It's not.
A very
Well, and I think it's a popular colorway, so people...
Goldeny brown.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, because it's not golden, but there is a warm. It's a warm brown.
Yeah. And that was a mini, I think, from Sarah Wright of Love Sock Wool podcast.
Sarah.
And then this is one of Molly's that she sent to me, and I actually don't know what the colorway is. But this was from when I ordered my Homespun House yarn. This was another one from Sarah. It's a Pygmy Puff by Homespun House.
She sent the best.
Such good minis.
I've got to get better minis. I've really got to up my mini game.
Me too. We're going to work on that.
It's hard.
It is and it isn't.
We have all that.
It's just taking the time to do it.
No, because I can't do it until I knit with it. Because what if I ran out?
I know.
When people go, I just took a little bit and knit. Oh, no, I'd be so nervous.
I know.
And really, when have I ever run out of yarn?
I almost did once.
This is gorgeous.
That's another Homespun House that was sent with my order, which I love. And then I did this is the Haverland that she sent to me, which I love. Which, you know how a lot of people say, like, I'm missing a lot of this color in my blanket, or I'm missing a lot of this color. I don't feel like I'm missing any colors. Like, I feel like I have a pretty even.
Look at this color, Featherweight.
Oh, 100%.
Do we know the name of it?
We don't. Here, let's hold it up to the camera.
Molly.
This is a plea for information, Miss Magical Molly.
Molly. I love it.
It almost looks like if you're a bird, I'm a bird, but I don't know if she had dyed it if it's a new color. I bet you she'll know if she sees it.
It's like a warm golden blue.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
It's almost, if you had little speckles in this sweatshirt, it would be...
Sorry, sidetrack. Keep going.
Molly. This was another one that Sarah sent. I can't remember what it was. Right here. Ooh, this was a mini that somebody sent, and it is Flock and Needle yarn, which I have followed them on Instagram forever, and I haven't ordered their yarn yet, shamefully, and I need to now because look at how beautifully tonal that is.
Beautiful. I think Sarah's a big no makers girl.
It could have been.
I say that. I don't know that.
And this one was the mini that I got from Adelaide's Cottage, from Shauna.
Oh, Shauna.
And I was so excited. I found it in my huge bag, and I was like, oh my gosh, I should have knit this in so long ago. So yeah, it's this beautiful... So you guys can kind of see all of them that I just described.
I love this. Do you know how many pictures we have of us with our cozy memory blankets?
I know.
That's a really good one right there with the balloon. Screenshot. Not really.
So I've spent a decent amount of time working on it.
You're loving working on it. Who is it? Lara that's doing the chevron where they're all...
Yep, she did like one panel where they were all pointing this way. Now she's doing another large panel.
I love that look.
Really cool. Really cool idea.
I can't say I prefer any of them over the other. When it comes to directions.
Same here.
They are, for me, all the same. I love them.
Well, and it's crazy that everyone can be working on the same exact project but have such unique results.
Yeah.
Really cool.
We've got to post pictures in the Blanket Blitz cow.
I know. I've been tagging it all the time on Instagram.
I know. I've been really lacking posting.
We'll work on it.
Posting is a lot of work.
Tis.
Yeah, what else do you have?
Do you want me to do one more?
Do one more, and then I'll do mine.
So I'll do my other smaller project.
In your Allison bag.
My Allison Barnes collection bag, which I've been talking with her, and I've just told her how much I love it.
I love it.
It's awesome.
Love it. Mine's up there, and it has... I forgot what I have in it. It has something. I attempted to put what I'm working on in, but 3 balls of yarn, it's just not. It's pushing it. It's definitely a 2 skein.
Definitely.
I think.
Yep, I have 2 skeins in there right now. So I just worked a little more on the leg, and I actually have a stitch that I need to fix right now on the needle, so I haven't been working on it too much. But I'm almost to the end of the second leg for these vanilla socks that I've been working on.
Love them.
And these have just been the project so you can kind of see. I'm probably... Sorry, Romy.
Boing to the eye.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm probably about a 1/2 inch away from finishing the leg. And the yarn is Haute Knit Yarns. It's just one of her speckles in her sock. One of her sock bases.
You love her yarns.
I do.
You've done a lot with her yarns. They're beautiful.
Yeah, they're awesome. I highly recommend her yarns.
Yeah.
I haven't ordered from her in a while, but I haven't
ordered from anyone in a while.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, I have too many socks on the needles right now. And not that I mind having that many socks. But none of them are making me like want to finish them. I'm just kind of bored with them all, and it's just me at this moment because they're blueberry waffles. I love blueberry waffles. I love knitting them.
You know what? I have those too.
Yeah, I'm just feeling kind of about them.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Just it's not what my hands want to be knitting on.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't know what my hands want to be knitting on, and that leaves me feeling a little disjointed.
Yes,
I am really, really. If you follow me on Periscope, you've seen this. I am really enjoying this knit.
So stunning.
It is beautiful.
Look at those colors.
Okay, let's see if I can remember the title. Random Act of Color. So this is Debbie S. Reese and Amy of Inked Indigo's newest design. I am test knitting it along with 3 other very lovely test knitters. I'm sure you'll be seeing them. Literally on my Periscope the other day, I just held it up for like 20 minutes. I couldn't put it down because it is so stunning.
It's so beautiful.
The texture is gorgeous. So it's eyelets, it's a moss stitch, and then just striping. And I have one more eyelet row of purple. And then I go into stripes again. And then I believe I'm going to do an eyelet row of this gorgeous color. So what is happening with this? I'll explain it if you don't watch me on Periscope. I always assume people know and I'm repeating myself. But quite a few people do not have the opportunity to watch Periscope because of when I do it. So it is going to be released June 15th. So it gives you enough time to go and pick out your yarns, and I'll tell you how to pick out your yarns. And then the knit along is going to start July 1st, and it's kind of in honor of their sister Wendy's birth, when it would have been her birthday. It's lovely, and the whole concept of the design, I'm speaking like I know this, like,
well, you do,
but I do, I kind of do.
Yeah.
I know, just through talking with Amy and Deb so much about her and feeling that connection. It appears that Wendy was quite wild and crazy.
By that she means colorful.
Colorful. I think wild and crazy too. I'm pretty sure.
I like that.
I do too. I know we would have loved her. So in picking your colors, this is the pop that would be like Wendy's wild and crazy side. So the idea is to pick 2 colors that play well together and then a pop that's like out of your comfort zone. Although pops of color aren't out of my comfort zone, very rarely. So I don't feel that way. But for some people, you might have to push it a little and try something a little wilder. I love it.
So what yarn are you using?
So I am using Anzula. Anzula Fibers in California offered them yarn support, which is amazing. So they provided all of the test knitters with our own choice of yarns, which is amazing.
So you guys got to go onto their website.
Yep, we all picked different colors. It seems well, I'm not sure. I know Danny showed hers this week on her podcast.
Which her colors I love.
I love yours,
but
they're
so
they're
perfect
so
for her,
Danny. They're lovely, and she started with Gravity too. Gravity is a very good base color. So it's Gravity, Grape, and Paradise. And if you follow Anzula Fibers on Instagram, they were dyeing Paradise this week.
They were?
They were.
Oh, cool.
I'm using size 5 needles, and I'm getting, I will admit I don't do a gauge, but I'm getting a lovely fabric that I like. It's going to block out beautifully. I had hoped to have it around my neck for our 20th celebration, but not so much.
Maybe 21.
It goes so fast. I cannot tell you how little time I have spent on this.
I know. I feel like one day I came home and you were like, I started, and it was like the whole gray part.
Well, I think like Debbie said, oh, you'll slow down soon as the rows get longer. And I'm like, no, it's such a fast knit. All of a sudden, the grape area is slowing me down a little, but literally this was one day.
Yeah.
I might be exaggerating, but I don't think so. And even if it was 2 days, it was not concentrated knitting because I'm in the middle of Stitch Mania.
Yeah, you are.
This is in the middle of Stitch Mania. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot tell you what a fun, delightful, intuitive knit this is.
I want to make one.
Flies off. You would love it. It would look so cute on you. I'm making another one.
Are you?
I think I'm going to make one as a Christmas gift. I know I'm going off the wagon, but I might because it's quick. It's quick.
I really want to do it in like a speckled yarn.
Yes, Amy did a speckled in this,
That's
like a
what I was
neutral
thinking.
speckled would be gorgeous. I am loving it. First, I thought I haven't worked with solids, which these are really more tonals, in so long. I'm always the hand dyeds and the speckles and the stripes, and I thought, oh, this seems so flat to me, like not as dimensional, but it's the texture changes that all up.
Yeah.
So you guys,
and
start planning today.
Pop of color.
Look at that.
You're gonna live in that.
I'm gonna live in this
because those
and
are your colors.
I have my jacket / sweatshirt.
Your turquoise one.
Turquoise.
That's it.
And you know what? If this weather keeps up, I might be wearing it before. Oh, that's awful. Anyways, you guys, so I've been talking about a lot. If you do not have your yarn picked and you do not have anything set in your mind, try Anzula because, oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. It's Anzula Squishy. And their website is so terrific with their swatches that you can really play with them.
Are they like accurate?
Yes,
they're
I think
good,
they are.
Representation.
Yes. However, I'm understanding they do not sell retail, but I'm sure there will be a list of shops that they sell to in your area.
So wait, so you can't buy them off of their website?
Off of Anzula. I don't think so. Okay. But Karen, Do You Knit, has Anzula. She doesn't have a website, but if you know what you want and she's got it, look at me. She'll mail it to you.
Within the U.S. Within the U.S. only. I know that is a restriction that she...
I literally can't stop showing it. I'm sorry.
It's beautiful. And it's one of those patterns that on the camera, it makes it like...
Yeah. It's as beautiful. And it's squishy. There's no better word.
Is there cashmere in this base? I think there is. Yes. 10%. It is seriously some of the softest yarn I've ever felt. And
I am going to have a ton left. I feel like I could make matching gloves with all different color fingers.
Absolutely.
Or fingerless gloves. Yep. Or the
possibilities are endless.
Or for swaps. I have such a hard time getting rid of yarn I love.
I know. Well, wait until you make whatever else you want to make with it, and then I guarantee you'll have at least 5 grams.
Even a little pair. I don't know. There's so much you could do. So much. So yeah, that's awesome all the knitting I did all week.
But that's a lot.
It is a lot.
Especially considering everything else you've been working on.
Well, and I think that's a piece with my socks that's going on. It's like I want to finish something. Yeah. Because I feel like I should.
Yeah, we've gone a while without any FOs.
I know.
Like, we haven't seen the sock blockers in a while.
That's all right. I have to really talk myself out of that mindset.
Oh, same. Yeah.
Of, you know what? It's what we have, we have.
It is what
There's nothing we can do.
Exactly.
It's still a battle in my head.
Ray John.
I thought you said Ray John, like the name Ray and the name John. And I thought,
hi, Ray. Hi, John.
I don't know what that means.
No, Ray John. Ray John with the battle.
Ray John.
So, I'll show you the last thing that I've been working on because then I'm going to knit on it while we talk.
It's beautiful.
It's my Featherweight. You guys, I finally got over the purling mental hurdle that I set up in my own brain.
And how did that happen? What happened to make you like...
I honestly have no idea.
Do you think... This is what happens with me. Until I get... Like, I can be knitting for 10 minutes and going like... And then something clicks where I just go, oh, I'm knitting.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if it's that. Maybe where you just like are sitting with it long enough that you can just go, oh, I love this.
Well, and I think I hadn't done that much purling almost ever on any kind of a project because it's literally the whole row. You knit the whole row, you purl the whole row. And so for me, it was just getting, I don't know if it was frustrating but so what I'm finding is I wasn't very efficient in my purling and I didn't have a good rhythm to it because of that. And now that I've been so focused on this, I find that I've gotten better at purling, which is awesome. Yeah. Like a little Romy sleeping. So this is my Featherweight.
You are going to live in this.
I cannot wait. I posted a picture on Instagram of me wearing it. I've worked on it quite a bit since then. I mean, I shouldn't say quite a bit, but so it kind of, I have a good amount done.
You do. Reach me. I can't reach it. That rust. Oh, yeah. Hedgehog. I feel like.
Because this is exactly what I have.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well,
I feel like you need a shawl to go with it, like a bandana. No, it's different.
That is different. No, I think you're right.
Yeah. But can you imagine wearing that with a gorgeous bandana shawl? This, for some reason, I keep looking at going, I'm going to do that. I've changed projects for this 35 million times.
So wait on it.
I am.
Wait on it.
But wouldn't that be gorgeous?
It would be stunning. Yes. Yes.
It's so cute.
So,
it's so tiny.
I know. Every time I look at it, I'm like, God, I hope it fits me.
It does. You tried it on.
Well, that's what really moved me to try it on, because I was like, having one of those nights where I was like flying on it, and I was like, this is great. And then I held it up and I was like, it's a little small.
It's small, but you're tiny.
I'm pretty petite, so but it fits, which is good. I might need to do. I'm hoping the sleeves will be big enough, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, those muscles will fit in there.
I hope so. Gotta stop getting stronger, I guess. So I don't even know how to show this because it keeps curling. But what it tells you to do is you're supposed to knit. I think I'm 8.5 inches.
It's so
pretty. Starting
from the
at the underarm. Yep.
So you've got about 4 more to go.
4 more to go. So I think around 6 is when I'm going to start inserting thin stripes in this colorway throughout the body.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
No, I can't wait either.
It's so
and this Progress Keeper is where I started, and this is obviously where I've.
Is this superwash?
That is a good question.
Because it's got a super. I'm starting to love the woollier.
Yeah,
it is superwash.
Yep, 75 superwash, 25% nylon, 463 yards in a skein, so it is a big skein.
And you have 2?
So this is 1, this is 2. It's the Pear colorway. It's by It's a Canadian dyed yarn, Vivid Yarn Studio.
I love Vivid.
I'm in love. Yep.
Yeah.
I will continue to buy their yarn because I just think, and I got this at Do You Knit when we went down for
first time.
Yeah, for the interview with Karen. Isn't it so fun?
It makes me want to cast mine on.
I recommend.
You know what I'm a little afraid of for me is I like a sweater that closes. And it doesn't close. So I'm a little concerned about that. But I think I'm going to up the size a couple.
I think you should.
So that it wraps.
Yep.
I love the look. Like for someone like you who's tiny, that's a really nice look.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like, I also have this thing about being warm and wrapped in it. So
I totally hear
I
what you
think that's what's holding me off from ordering the yarn.
What if you were to turn the ribbed band into a button band? Because you know how there's a ribbed band all the way.
But it really only goes. Like there's a gap.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Once you try yours on, like once you get to that point,
could help,
and I see how it fits, that might be helpful.
Definitely.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
I love it.
And so I actually also wanted to talk about the needles that I'm knitting these on. I believe these are Knitter's Pride. And they're wooden needles.
4s.
Size 4s. So here's my issue with these. The join has been fantastic from the cord to the metal join here. However, it has been horrendous. Horrendous.
That would drive me crazy.
And I'm just so afraid of the yarn wearing down. So I don't know if you can see. Probably can't because I'm so far away. But where the metal meets the wood, it's like to the point where I feel like I could get a splinter.
You need to replace them. I would return them.
I don't even. They're yours though. I don't even know how long ago you bought them. Oh, feel that.
Yeah, I can return them. Yeah, you can. It's visible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Knitter's
Pride. Just because of your beautiful yarn, you don't want it to snag.
I know.
That would bug me.
I'm kind of disappointed, and I don't dislike Knitter's Pride needles, but I find that more often than not, there's an issue that's big enough that keeps me from working on my project. Like, and you can clearly see how excited I am about this project, but the needles are so.
And can you imagine if you were on Hiya-Hiya's?
I'd be flying.
That's how I feel about this because I'm using the marbles, which are fine, and it was sheer laziness.
To not go and get more.
Yeah, I'm not struggling. The join is perfect all the way. They are perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But they're slow.
They
drag. They drag, and they're really nice. I will say I like them, but
I like knitting with marbles.
When I'm knitting on it, I really say like, if I was working on my Hiya-Hiya's, I would be. And I would be enjoying the knit more.
Mm-hmm.
I would. Not that I'm not enjoying it, because I'm super enjoying it.
You're making me ache to buy them now for these.
My problem is, I don't know where mine are, because I have that stupid interchangeable set. We've talked about this a million times.
And you don't know where the tips are, or you don't know where the cord is?
I don't know where the cord... I mean, it's on another project. I either need to buy all that are, what do you call them? Fixed.
Fixed. Mm-hmm.
Or buy a lot of extra cords, because I get so frustrated, because I think you talked about this. I have all the needles, but no cord.
No cord.
And nobody, I was in our local yarn shop this morning to get needles. Nobody carries Hayahayas. I will tell you, if anyone out there works for Hayahaya, I want to be your rep in New England. I could sell every needle you own to every shop, because they're less expensive and they are amazing.
The quality is out of this world.
Out of this world. Better than the more expensive. I feel like I could be a rep for Hayahaya.
I think you could.
I've got to get on that.
Businesswoman Sue.
Even the woman at the yarn shop said, oh, I don't even know what those are. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they are the best needles.
They're amazing.
They are. Sorry, I just went on a rant about Hayahayas.
Little Hayahaya rant never hurt anybody.
I just love them. And I traveled all over Vermont when we were up there. Nobody had them. If they had them, they had one or two. Mm-hmm. It's like they had them, but they're getting rid of them. You know, they're selling them out.
I wonder if there's a reason. Like, where is Hayahaya located?
I'm gonna look into that.
Do you know what I mean?
It's gonna be my mission. Sell Hayahaya needles.
I think it's smart. So that's my only gripe. So 3.5 millimeter. I wonder if I could search and
You should search for a 4. And then just put it in the gauge, because I find they're all different according to the make of the needle.
So, moral of the story is I might be changing my needles on that. A little bit bummed, because I do really like wooden needles, but
it's a good choice. And some people love them. We have not had good luck with them.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Addy thing, where like some people hate them and some people love them. We've never had good luck with Knitter's Pride.
No, and sock rockets, when people like say they don't like them, I think, what sock rockets are you using? Because they're like the best.
I know. So I'm sure people are watching this being like, what are you talking about?
They're the best. So yeah, it is very much, we've had a lot of bad luck with, I mean, this is flawed. It's flawed. That's the problem.
Yeah. So actually, you know what I'm going to do? So listen.
Yeah, that's bad.
Can you guys hear that clicking? I just painted my nails, but that's just to show you what we're talking about. And the only ones I will say that, Romy, that I don't think we've had an issue with are the marbles.
No.
The marbles are very well made from what we experienced.
Just draggy. Yeah. But that's all right.
So anyway. Wow. That was the knitting for the week. Should we move on to
Stitching Revolution? So many people joined in. I know. I'm so happy about it. So this was the start last Sunday. Did we record after I started last Sunday? I don't even remember.
With the Dorothy one?
Yeah. I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
Well, it's the first... I don't even want to say the technical rules, because I don't think there are any technical rules, and everyone is doing it to what works best for them. And it's all about the original thought process was 15 starts the first 15 days of May, which means a brand new project started every single day. There are a lot of floss tubes out there about Stitch Mania.
Have you been watching them still?
I do watch them because I love to see all the projects, because I see things that now I want to do. That's probably not a good thing.
Well, you know.
So I had, what is today, Saturday? I've had 6 starts. And
starting Monday, right?
Starting Sunday.
Sunday,
May 1st. I'm kind of all over the map with it. Some days it makes me feel very crazy. Like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Because even when you say it's not stressful, it is a little.
Well, because, I don't know about you, but whenever I have projects...
They're everywhere.
Well, and they take up like a little compartment of brain space. Yes. And the more that fill up, the more I'm just like, I have to start closing some of these compartments.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I agree. Between that and not having the materials that I needed, that I thought I bought, and then using some from that project, because it's crazy to have another one because you're only using one from there, and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Anyways, so I did make a few changes. Start 1, I'm going to roll this, was Dorothy of Brooks Books, the Wizard of Oz series.
Mm-hmm.
And they're sold individually as characters.
So that's what we were talking about earlier.
Yes. And somebody on Periscope on Friday said they were half price. So you could get all 10 characters for $25. That's a steal.
Did you run to see if there's any others that you wanted?
I think I bought them all. I bought 10.
It's okay.
Yeah, I don't care. I love them. I don't care.
You have to do what brings you joy in this life.
You do. And you know what? I designed for years, and you work so hard for so little money. So I'm happy to pay full price.
Yeah.
Just if any others come on sale, please let me know. Because I want them all.
Because it'll just allow you to buy more.
Yes. Yes. So what I did is, this piece is gigantic. And I thought, if I just start and then put it down, I'm going to have this huge project that I love.
Right.
And that I want on my wall. Why would I do that? So I chose to every other day consider a new character a start.
Which I think is fair because
Isn't that brilliant?
They're all separate patterns.
They're all separate. So day 2, I started. This is the one I like the least. And honestly, I think it's the fabric choice. South Park.
Well, what fabric choice or what fabric?
It's just a 28 count. I don't know. It just doesn't go with the characters, but it's cute. Jacob's gonna love it. Mm-hmm. So this is South Park from Cloud's Factory on Etsy, and we'll put it down there. Hopefully, we'll remember.
They don't have their own website. Cloud's Factory. Why did I think that we were looking at their website?
I'm not sure.
I'll put whatever it is.
I'm not sure. I thought it was Etsy.
It could be. I just for some reason.
They just came out with. They have fabulous ones. Go over there and just look at it. There. What is it called when it's?
It's all pop culture. Like
pop culture.
Really like cool.
There's a major Harry Potter one that a lot of people are doing. It's every character.
So have you watched KT's Wizarding Week yet?
I think so.
Her episode, all Harry Potter?
Yes.
Because she was over at that same website and
The flags,
Luna Lovegood.
I loved that one.
There's one more too that she was like, I've been dying for these.
Yeah, she needs to get them. So the one they came out with this week, I also follow them on Instagram and I love their feed.
I should do that.
It's not, well, I don't see a ton, but what I see I love. The new one this week was Johnny Depp. I told you about this.
Yeah.
I think it's like every character Johnny Depp ever played. So maybe there's, I don't know,
Sweeney Todd.
A lot.
Edward Scissorhands. Like, picture Johnny Depp has played everything.
But what do you call these
Jack
little?
Sparrow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What do you call these little?
I don't know that there's a name for them.
Because they all are like this.
They're like nugget characters.
Yeah. They remind me of the Fisher-Price-Weevil people.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's all Johnny Depp. I think I have to get it.
That sounds like a dream.
It's so, like, really, how old and have these kind of things in my house? This is more like your generation. I'll make them all for you.
I think you should keep some for yourself.
I'll
you
keep
love
some.
Johnny Depp.
I think I want to do the American Horror Story ones. Oh, gosh. I'm crazy.
There's an American Horror Story one. I think it's the Freak Show.
Freak Show.
And it's all of the freaks that they had in the circus.
If I had I have an office with no walls. It's basically all windows.
Which is so beautiful.
It is. But I would love to hang. There's no place.
There's no, you need to get rid of your.
Move this. Yeah. That's the only wall we have and it's not big.
It's big enough though. Wouldn't it be fun to have a vertical composition of stitched pieces? Okay.
Samplers. So day 2 start was the Scarecrow. And so it all connects. Like if you're thinking, well, how do you know where to place them? The Yellow Brick Road connects them all.
Which is so cute.
It's so cool.
You follow the Yellow Brick Road, of course.
So he was start number 2, and I was so mad because I was really flying. Look at the boots. Look at his legs. I was flying, and I didn't have the floss for his shirt. I was so mad.
No.
Or the thing that would have connected his head.
Oh.
And I was like so mad because I could have done a lot more. So that was start 2. Okay, start 3 is fantastic. I'm so excited about this. If you follow me on Instagram, it's a minion. And it's Darcy, Mr. Darcy of Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, I am
right?
not familiar with
I'm
Pride
not,
and Prejudice, but
is it Pride and Prejudice? Oh,
I
you
think
guys,
you're right. I think
you're really upset with us right now.
Is it Pride and Prejudice?
I don't know, because that's common
Mr.
knowledge.
Darcy, it is common knowledge.
And I've seen the movie and I loved it.
I'm going to go with it's Pride and Prejudice.
Okay.
You guys are probably again screaming at the
Screaming. I don't blame you. This is totally irresponsible. So anyways, he's still got a ways to go. He goes to about here. And for those of you who haven't worked with perforated paper, I'm telling you, my world has changed, because I was of that snobbery that was like, why would you want to stitch on perforated paper? It's the worst.
But it's like,
it's the best.
It's
like
cool.
a cardstock.
Yeah.
It's like a cardstock. And then when I'm done, I will cut out around it, not right to it. I'll leave a square showing all around it. And then it's going to be a Christmas ornament. And I'm going to have a tree in my office full of perforated paper. Yes, I said that. Perforated paper Christmas ornaments. My world has been changed.
I'm so excited for you.
I started stitching on it and I was like, oh, I hate this. It's so hard because I can't do the sewing method. I can only stab. It's slow. Oh, I fell in love.
Well, and so you said you're going to cut out a square around. So, but do you do any kind of a finishing for that?
Nope.
You just leave it raw?
Well, I could do something on the back. Like a lot of people have said, you could use cardstock, you could use felt, you could use fabric.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I was really ambitious, I would recreate. I'd have it double-sided. I'd flip the pattern and do it double-sided. It's a lot of work. I don't know. I'm not committing to that. There was a Mrs. Darcy that is part of the starts. Like next week, when I get to the day that I started this, I'll start Mrs. Darcy down here. Okay.
So how many are there altogether?
Just two. Oh, but then I'll tell you.
Oh, gosh.
So then, day 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm so sorry. I hope you guys are interested in stitching because I have a lot.
Based on podcasts that I've been watching, everybody is interested.
Okay, day 4 is pathetic. See that silver next to?
And is that Tin Man?
It's the Tin Man. What happened was DMC puts out this floss. It starts with an E and then the number.
Okay.
And it's this metallic floss. I have never been a fan.
Is it like the equivalent of a Stellina?
Probably, but thick and scratchy and hard to work with. And I had started with his shoes, which you can't even see, and I had doubled it. It ruined the entire piece for me.
Oh,
It was like, oh, I hate this.
So you obviously got rid of it.
Yeah, it's turning this beautiful piece into something I do not even like to look at or like to work with, because a lot of the Tin Man was going to be using this. So what I decided is I would take one strand of it and combine it with the floss that I was using here. So it is still...
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so much nicer.
Yeah, it lays flat. It's more like using it as a blending filament, which there are blending filaments that I'm sure some of you know about. But it was discouraging. It was not a good stitching day. I was like, now I don't even know if I like it. All that money and all, and I was really discouraged. And then I was like, I'm cutting it out. And you just know, and I just I'm cutting it out. So that was the extent of my stitching that day. And I stitched a lot.
Yeah.
That is just like knitting.
Put it up a little closer to the camera so they can see what you mean. So, yeah, you guys can kind of see how it's sparkling there. And that's what... Just because it was harder to see back here because it was so light. Yeah,
so that's all I did on this. So I could tomorrow start the lion. The lion is fabulous.
The lion design is so
fabulous.
Cute.
And honestly, if I had all the supplies, I could do a character a day.
Totally.
I've gotten really fast again. My eyes have gone back to stitching ability.
Yes.
I'd really lost it, and I was always like, oh, my eyes, my eyes. I think it is something that you have to
your eyes have to you have to train your eyes to be okay with it.
Yeah. So what I did yesterday, and I did all of this yesterday. You're going to die.
I can't even wait.
Oh my gosh. I love it. The Yellow Submarine, the Beatles.
The Beatles.
Oh my gosh. Now, I was really, when I started, I thought, oh, I don't think I'm going to like it because I wasn't loving South Park and blah, blah, blah. But then I started, and look at the colors. Look at that detail.
Even look at the fabric.
Yeah, it's perfect. So the words, the Beatles, will go up here. And this is going to be for my nephew and his girlfriend for Christmas. They're He's a huge Beatles fan. Let's
Oh.
hope Grace is, or she's going to be stuck with this piece in their house.
Sorry, guys.
But it's not huge. It's a nice size.
Yeah.
I feel like you could plop it anywhere and just enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Like over a doorway, between, like it's a good, like you said, it's a good size.
It's a good size, long and narrow, super small.
Mhm.
I could have finished this yesterday. I kind of stopped for a while. My eyes do by the end of the day. You got home a day, and I was like, I'm blind.
It literally
Literally,
looked like she was like brailing, like
Well,
trying to feel her way around.
I take my glasses off. I put them back on,
Yeah.
and I take them off. And typically, I need glasses to
Mhm.
see. But when they're that bad, I can see better with them
Without them.
off,
Mhm.
which is really crazy. So what is my Stitch Mania plan for this week? I have the Alice in Wonderland series by Brooks Books, which is similar to the Wizard of Oz, which I think I have decided. I got all the floss today. I think there's going to be, at the most, 2 starts next week, and then go back to these starts.
Mhm.
I shouldn't say that, because there's how many more in here?
Is that the Alice in Wonderland one?
Yeah, there's
so
probably 6 more in there. No, the Wizard of Oz.
I'm sorry, that's what I
Yeah,
meant,
there's probably 6 more starts there. So they will be all new starts. But Alice in Wonderland only has, I could only find 3 characters. Everyone else is like, did you get the Cheshire Cat? I can't find it.
That's so weird.
I know, I've searched everywhere. So I think what I'm going to do is put them on perforated paper.
Turn them into, well, and you can always make
I can do
ornament.
both.
I was going to say, you don't just have to do one.
No, I could because I'm considering, if I'm really in love with these ornaments, of doing the Wizard of Oz
Yeah.
as ornaments.
Well, and I mean, these are ornaments that don't have to be Christmas ornaments.
No, they can
you
go
could
anywhere.
have a fun
Yeah.
little, like, whimsical
Like
tree,
a tree.
in your office and
Yeah.
just always have them on there, and then just add lights during Christmas time.
Yeah, I agree. I'm
that's
so
right.
excited about perforated paper, which is so not me.
Is
when
it
comes to
reasonably
stitching.
priced? I guess
Oh my gosh, yes.
So it's another good economical
A
way
way.
to be able to
Yep.
stitch.
And honestly, I have been really quite frugal with my buying of my threads. I wanted them all week, and I was like, it's crazy because AC Moore puts out a 20% off your entire purchase, sale or not sale, at least once a week.
Is it really once a week?
It's usually, like today I went. That's where I was. Yeah, I thought, and I waited and waited. And the poor cashiers, the cashier today, we can't even talk about her. It was so bad.
Did she look stressed?
She was rude. It was so bad.
Oh,
Because
I
she
don't
was
like
unhappy.
I know,
Anyways, we
but-
don't need to talk about that.
Anywho.
But they kind of look at me like, because they have to do them individually.
I know.
They can't go 25 DMC. No, each color.
Because I bet you it's part of their inventory.
Inventory.
Mm.
So I was really good. I got the floss today for Alice in Wonderland and the fairies.
And the fairies are for Alice in Wonderland?
No, it's a totally separate piece
Oh, okay.
that I'm not sure I'm going to start because I need a hand-dyed fabric for it.
Ooh.
So you can tell, you guys, I'm so excited about stitching.
And why wouldn't you be?
I'm
It's so cool.
excited. But I can't say like I'm not as excited about knitting because it balances.
Definitely.
For me, once Stitch Mania is over, it'll be easier because I have this thing where like I'm like a rule follower. I'm a loyalty person, and I
Totally.
said I'm going to do this, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So once I can just sit back and not feel that way, no one's making me feel that way. It's totally self-imposed.
Mm-hmm. But that's okay.
Because they are so laid back about it. But and I'm not even posting. You wouldn't even know. It's just all personal.
But it's whatever motivates you,
Yes.
right? I mean,
And it's very motivating, and it's really gotten my love of stitching back. It
it's
really
just so
has.
cool.
Because it's allowed me to start 15 new pieces. Because that's crazy.
That is so many.
That's crazy.
But it's good crazy.
I know. Chelsea got her hair cut.
I did. Got trimmed. Well,
So funny. I looked at you before and I thought, we didn't talk about your beautiful haircut.
I got cut. That's the only reason it's done is because I got it done yesterday, and when I get my hair cut, she does it for me too because she's wonderful.
Yeah, I love it.
So yeah, that's
So cute. You're a short hair girl.
I totally am. I mean, I like having long hair, but I'm just
You
too
just
lazy.
have such a little face that short hair just does it.
Thank you.
It's adorable. All right. We've been rambling.
So stitching, amazing,
Amazing.
amazing. Join the revolution, guys.
Join the revolution. Hashtag
Hashtag
the stitching revolution. So many people. I love the comments on Instagram. Yesterday there were several about how they forgot how much they loved stitching. And that's where I was.
Yeah.
I really forgot.
Mm-hmm.
I remembered how much I loved it, but I forgot the feel of it. I forgot the sense of accomplishment, the magic of taking a piece of fabric that is completely empty and creating.
It's gorgeous.
It's definitely it's my core of fiber.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. So, yeah.
Which is so cool because you've been, I feel like, so focused on knitting for how long? How many years would you say?
A good 10 years.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's been a long time coming for you to revisit.
Well, and I was at this point, I was talking about this, where I felt like, oh, you can't do it all. Like, you can't do it all. And so many people go, I can't take up one more thing because I can't do it. I don't have time. And I'm like, I'm doing it all.
I'm making the time.
I'm doing it all.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's 10 minutes a day, once a week.
Totally.
I can still say I'm stitching.
Exactly.
I got to get back to rug hooking. We got to show the rugs someday.
I know. We promised you guys that a long time ago. Mom has made beautiful hand-hooked rugs.
Not many are finished.
Well,
but they are beautiful.
Though. Yeah.
Yeah. But having said that, it's so funny. After a day of stitching, like this morning, I've been knitting, and it felt so good. I was like, oh, I'm knitting.
Mm-hmm.
I love doing it all.
You got to do it all.
You got to
Life
do it
is
all.
So short.
So short.
Do it all, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I said so.
Because Sue says so.
I love that.
I mean, that has been what I have lived on for my whole life.
Cracks me up.
She's mom. I gotta do what Sue says. Sue says so.
None of the boys feel that way.
Well, you know.
Today, let's just talk. I went shopping with Ben for some clothes, and I kept picking out, like, he just wanted, I mean, how great to have a job where you wear t-shirts.
I know. He just got a new job, which is
so exciting.
Really exciting for him.
It's a super cool job, too. Mm-hmm. Super cool job. It's so him. I knew this is how his life would go.
Yeah.
I always had that confidence. But anyways, he said, I'm really not into graphic tees anymore, which he's not a big graphics tee person. Like, I mean,
he would always have, like,
Christmas t-shirts.
He'd have Christmas t-shirts. He'd have, like, the beer t-shirts, which I tend to live in as well. Like, the old school PBR t-shirts, or the old school Jameson t-shirts, or the... Yeah.
He has a lot of skiing, like Stowe and that kind of, and from work, from his old job, he got a lot of promotional kind of things. Mm-hmm. But, so anyways, he wanted just plain t-shirts. And do you know how much white t-shirts cost?
So, $16?
$38 for a pack of 6.
Oh, I thought you were going to say each. I was like, you better
Those are just Hanes. Those are just Hanes. And so it was buy one, get one half price. So I think I paid over $50 for white t-shirts. But then I was picking out these really fun colors, and he'd go, Mom, you're picking out the colors you wear. Those aren't the colors I like.
So did you grab some for yourself?
Pretty. I did. But you know what? You learn. I just went, oh, you're right.
You're so right.
You're right. He's fun to shop with. He's good to shop with. But why was I going down that road?
We were talking about...
I don't know.
What were we talking about?
We went shopping.
Talking about shopping, knitting. What the hell were we talking about?
It's okay. Let's go on.
We might remember the point.
Yeah. Look at Romo.
He's happy as a bug in a rug.
You guys,
wearing his little bow tie.
Whoever commented and said it was so funny how we were so oblivious to him, like, slowly falling asleep.
Actually, I think his head's about to fall off of the table.
It's getting close.
Just going to lift him a little bit.
So, yeah.
So I feel like... Sorry, Romy, I'm really messing your day up right now. There we go. Look at that. So I feel like the only other thing that we wanted to talk about, I think, was Patreon.
Yes.
So we have decided to open up a Patreon page. For anybody that isn't familiar with what a Patreon page is, I would encourage you to go to the website, but I'll give you a high-level synopsis of what it is. It's basically, we're going to create a page where if you feel so inclined and you'd like to donate even just $1 here and there, to kind of help with the cost of running a podcast, and hopefully to be able to kind of open up new opportunities for us to provide you with different content, more giveaways, stuff like that. if you feel so inclined, we'll put in the show notes, and even at the end of all of our episodes now, we'll put the link to where you can go if you, again, only if you feel so inclined that you would like to donate.
Yeah, and nothing about the podcast will change.
No,
as far as who could view, who couldn't view. It's nothing like that. It's more the opportunity for us to even do more with our people that watch.
Definitely.
Offer more knit-alongs. So offer more prizes. Or because who would think, and I know we've all talked about this, the cost of shipping.
I know, it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And can be prohibitive as to how many knit-alongs we would choose to do.
For sure.
Or I do think, too, for Patreons, we would do random prizes.
Yeah, so exactly, and that's what I was just about to say, is if you do decide to become a Patreon, even in just the smallest way, it would enter you for a couple of more exclusive giveaways, even more exclusive content. We might do a little mini-sode that we would only post for people that have donated, and that's not to say you have to. Again, you do not have to.
No, not
but
at all.
But if you do, we will make it worth your time. So, I think that's all we really need to say.
Yeah,
if you guys have
new
questions,
to us, we're going to see how it goes, and we'll base how we do things on that. And we're still coming.
Oh yeah,
we're to you every week,
regardless,
no matter what.
Regardless of the feedback or anything like that. And we will open a Ravelry. Actually, at this point, I will have said that we've already opened a Ravelry thread with details and such.
Okay.
And for anybody that has questions regarding it, if you're kind of on the fence, like, oh, I'd really like to, but I don't know if I trust it, and blah, blah, blah.
Or understand
it. Yes, exactly. So it'll give you an open forum to ask us questions about anything you want regarding this venture, if you will. So we will open that up before this episode airs, and yeah, that's it. That's all we wanted to say. We wanted to mention it, and if you choose to take advantage, that'd be great. If you don't, that would be great as well. Just keep watching us if you want. If you don't, then don't. So, yeah.
I was trying to come up with something really funny, and it didn't happen. Like about Romo, and I'm like, nothing's coming.
It's not
happening. Sorry.
So
oh my gosh, Mother's Day. Go enjoy.
Yes.
I hope you all, it's so funny. Oh my gosh, like Tracy and Jody, again, oh my gosh, they have me in stitches.
Grocery girls. GG's.
And I remember feeling this way when you guys were little, and I was with you every minute of every day. Thinking, I just want everyone to go away so I could sit and knit.
You know what? Honestly, as I grew up and I became more of an adult, every Mother's Day that has gone by, I've always thought, if I were a mom, what would I want?
Yeah.
I would want to escape. Your hair is doing something wild right now. For a minute, I thought it was something behind you.
Maybe the balloon, the electricity. We might have to cut that part out. Yeah.
But I always think, like, if I were a mom, what would I want? I feel like I would want to just go escape and just have this bubble for me to just...
Especially when you have little ones. Now I have to admit, like, the thought of, like, we probably are going to all have dinner together tonight, and how fun.
And brunch tomorrow
will be together, and then Ben will leave, and it changes. It changes once you're sitting amongst adults and you have great conversation. And
definitely.
But boy, when you were little, I thought, really?
Somebody take them and go.
Just take them away.
Let me not be a mother for like 8
That's
hours.
That's it. But and I know who did this once? What's the show with The Middle? Is it The Middle? The Middle.
Maybe.
Yes, the mom on The Middle.
Oh, with Patricia Heaton?
With Patricia. She was just like, just take them away. But then when they were all gone, she was like,
no,
I want them here. Yeah. And it is that, like, you don't know what you want. What you want is to be amongst your 3 little ones, and all they're doing is being adorable and cute, and you're just sitting watching them, like... You want perfect children
to be surrounded by your children, but also have another adult there maintaining those children for you.
And those children need to be acting just perfectly.
And if not, they need to be removed.
It never happens. It does. It's funny, though, because when Tracy said that, I thought, oh, man, that was me.
Yeah.
That was me. And all our friends. And, okay, I'll just tell you this one trick. a really good one.
I need to write this down.
My friend told me this once. Father's Day can only be as good as Mother's Day was.
I think that is a slogan to live by. I'm pretty sure that's what we
There's nothing left to say. It's perfect.
That's it. Well, and that's the beauty of having Mother's Day come first. They set the standard.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Mother's Day. Celebrate.
Happy Mother's Day. I hope you're curled up. I wish the sun was going to come out. I would like to be gardening. Not really. In my rodent-free, bug-free, perfect bubble, that would make me happy.
I don't think it exists.
I'd like to watch people garden so my gardens become beautiful.
With a nice glass of lemonade.
Yeah. Or Diet Coke.
Or a root beer float. Oh, how could a root beer float? Or a Dr. Pepper float. That would be amazing too, I think.
No, root beer.
You can't do a Dr. Pepper?
I don't care. I'd rather have root beer.
And it is Mother's Day, so you get exactly what you want.
This was part of my, wouldn't this be great? Have brunch, and then at 5 o'clock, go to Sweet Frog.
Ooh. Sweet Frog, I don't know if they're everywhere, but there are frozen yogurt places where you just
with as much candy as you want on top.
All the sweets, all the fruits, all the everything.
Candy.
Yeah. Candy.
Yeah. Might happen.
Hey, it's your day.
Might not. We'll see.
It's your day. We're going to make Mom's famous French toast.
It's so famous I've only made it once, but it's so good.
And the recipe's from Pinterest.
Yeah.
But I call it Mom's famous.
People are going to be like, what is that recipe? I'm going to have to open a thread. It's French toast made with Pillsbury cinnamon buns.
Crazy.
I could eat the whole pan.
I will post pictures of it after it comes out of the oven. So
it's 9 by 13. I could eat the whole thing.
And you know what? You're allowed to.
Well, I took the ham out of the freezer. I realized we had a ham.
It's huge.
It's huge, and it weighs 100 pounds because it's frozen solid. Is there any hope it will melt or thaw by the morning? Yeah.
Yes.
Put it over the pellet stove.
Oh, God. It'll be cooked by the morning.
I know. We gotta go.
Super
we got busy.
Stuff to do, and knitting to do, and movies to watch because it's a crappy day.
It is gross.
So
happy 20th.
Yeah, happy 20th episode, Mama.
Needles up.
Oh, we have to do our needles up.
So happy 20th. We probably have 3 more before you move.
Yeah.
3, do you think?
Yeah, that's so sad.
2 or 3. Oh. Yeah. Then we got to figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out before then.
Don't worry.
So, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. You guys go do whatever it is you want to do. Mm-hmm. Because Father's Day is only as good as Mother's Day was. That's a mouthful.
Remember that.
I love it.
It has a good ring to it.
I've never forgotten it. I've known it since you guys were babies.
I love it. Have a wonderful week. Get lots of knitting done.
Or stitching. Join the revolution.
Yeah. Thank you for taking some time to spend with us in this world of many, many podcasts.
So many.
And they're all so great. But
they're all so good.
But we do appreciate you spending some time with us. And we love you all. And happy 20th episode. Needles up.
I always like to make them look like coming out of my nose. It's wrong.
Needles up.
That is so wrong.
I don't think so.